Good evening, guys. This is Jayashree from Sri Padmavati Mahila Viswavidyalaya, Tirupati, studying Electronics and Communication Engineering. First of all, thank you, Emertxe, for conducting this internship and giving me this wonderful opportunity. In this presentation, I am going to explain about introduction, what I have learned, requirements, tools used for project, overview of project, project demonstration, and finally concluding with conclusion. Firstly, introduction. Well, this internship is related to IoT, right? So let's have a look at definition of IoT. The method of regulating house appliances automatically utilizing various control systems approaches is known as IoT home automation. Since it is regulating home appliances, it is known as home automation. We can also use this in many sectors like in industries, etc. Various control mechanisms may be used to regulate electronic equipments in the house, such as windows, refrigerators, fans, lights, fire alarms, kitchen timers, garden lights, and so on. And in this internship, I learned about basics of C and C++ programming languages, introduction to IoT, embedded systems, and in embedded systems, I thought some task like LED interfacing using Arduino, interfacing CLCD, temperature sensor using LM35 sensor, brightness adjustment using pulse width modulation, and finally ending with Disha workshop. In C language, I learned concepts regarding C language which made easier to understand the coding for me, and the concepts like a brief intro about C like history and features of C, data types, conditional statements like for, if, else, do, while, and operators, arrays, functions, pointers, and pass by value, pass by reference, strings, some of the built-in functions in strings, storage class, preprocessor, etc. And in C++, I learned about intro to C++, differences between procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming, some of the OOPS concepts, constructors, destructors, etc. And coming to the introduction to IoT, let us have a look at definition of IoT. The Internet of Things describes the network of physical objects or things that are embedded with sensors, softwares, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. It can also be defined as a network of physical objects that contain embedded technology to communicate and interact with their internal states or external environment. And I understood about the merging perspective between devices, systems, and humans to cloud. And Internet of Things not only used in home automation, it also used in agriculture, wireless connection, vehicle, asset, pet monitoring and controlling, smart homes, smart cities, smart retail, and it is used in everyday things to get connected for smarter tomorrow. And embedded systems. Simply, embedded system can be termed as hardware plus software by doing a specific task is equal to embedded systems. Any combination of hardware and software which is intended to do a specific task can be called as an embedded systems. And I learned how to interface LED, CLCD, temperature sensor, etc. to the Arduino, and I got an idea about how to code for them. And finally, Disha workshop. Disha workshop makes me aware of how outside world thinking and what companies expecting from a fresher like me, etc. It tells about how a resume should look effective and doubts regarding the contents in resume like what are hobbies must include and references, interest, skills, projects, etc. It is very helpful for me as a fresher on how to build a resume and what qualities I must focus to brush up my skills, etc. Thank you, Emertxe, for conducting this wonderful workshop. And finally, coming to our main project, IoT based home automation. And the requirements in this project are garden lights control, temperature control, cooler control system, heater control system, threshold temperature control, displaying the volume of water present in the water tank, inlet valve control, outlet valve control, controlling the volume of water in the tank. First of all, coming to garden lights control. Here I am using input as LDR sensor and output as garden lights. Firstly, look at garden lights control. As all we know that garden lights are have to switch on after sunset, right? So I am using a LDR, that is a light dependent resistor, to convey whether it is morning or evening. If it is morning like LDRs, resistance of LDR will be low, and if resistance will be low, we will tell the controller to remind the lights off. And in night time, LDR's resistance is high due to the absence of light intensity. This will be conveyed by lighting up the garden lights through controller. By using LDR sensor as input device, garden lights are controlled. LDR sensor takes sunlight as input and controls the garden lights. If sunlight is more, resistance of LDR sensor will decrease. Based on that, garden lights will be operated by interfacing with Arduino. Here the picture shows LDR and a CLCD which displays the condition of LDR. And the second requirement is temperature control system. Here I am using LM35 sensor which acts as a temperature sensor, and the figure shows a cooler fan which contains heater, cooler, temperature, tacho generator, VCC and ground terminals, and this is a temperature control system. The temperature control system consists of, here I am showing that is heater, control, cooler, temperature, etc. And this temperature control system will continuously monitor the temperature and will be displayed on CLCD. Next, cooler control system and heater control system. By using widgets in Blink IoT app like buttons, we can control the temperature, and the threshold temperature control system is another requirement. If the temperature reaches above 35 degrees Celsius in a room, the heater will automatically turn off. And by using cooler, we can decrease the temperature of room, and this temperature is continuously measured by temperature system, which is a previous requirement. And next requirement is displaying the volume of water present in water tank. By using serial tank, here I am taking a serial remote tank, we can observe the volume of water present in the tank, and this volume will be displayed on CLCD using serial communication. And here next requirement is inlet valve control and outlet valve control. The widget present in Blink will be connected to serial tank using Blink Cloud. Here this is a widget box in Blink IoT app, and serial tank capacity set to 3000 liters. For my observation, if the capacity reaches to maximum level, the inlet valve will be off, and if the capacity reaches to 2000 liters, inlet valve will be turned on. This will be considered as controlling the volume of water in the serial tank. And the next is tools used in this project. I used Arduino IDE software, PiximLab simulator, Blink IoT mobile application, and this is Arduino IDE overview. Here this is a text editor, this is output pane, and text editor contains a void setup and void loop. In void setup, the code will run once, and the void loop, the code will runs many times. Next, the Arduino IDE. In Arduino IDE, IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. This is an official software introduced by Arduino.cc, and it is mainly used for writing, compiling, and uploading the code in almost all Arduino modules and boards like Arduino Uno, Mega, Nano, etc. And Arduino IDE is an open source software and is easily available to download and install from Arduino's official site. Next tool I have used is PiximLab simulator. This is a real-time emulator of development boards with integrated MPLab BX or AVR GDB debugger. And PiximLab supports some Pixim microcontrollers and some Sim AVR microcontrollers. PiximLab have integration with MPLab-X or Arduino IDE for programming the boards or microcontrollers. As the purpose of this PiximLab is to emulate real hardware, it does not have any source code editing support. For code editing and debugging, the same tools used for a real board schedule should be used with PiximLab, such as MPLabX or Arduino IDE. This is a overview of PiximLab, and this is a processor of Atmega 328P. And next tool I have used is Blink IoT mobile application. This is a mobile app and it contains widgets to control the home appliances like buttons, gates, um, notifications, etc. This is a Blink app and this is a Blink server which is connected to Blink app, and we can monitor them by using boards like Arduino. Blink is an IoT platform or iOS for iOS or Android smartphones that is used to control Arduino, Raspberry Pi and Node MCU via the internet. This application is used to create a graphical interface or human machine interface HMI simply by compiling and providing the appropriate address on the available widgets. By using Ethernet Shield in PiximLab, we will interface between Blink and PiximLab. Next one. And coming to the overview of project, home automation is a network of hardware, communication and electronic interfaces that works to integrate everyday devices with one another via the internet. Each device has sensors and is connected through Wi-Fi, so you can manage them from your smartphone or tablet whether you are at home or miles away. This project is to mainly control the garden lights, temperature and serial time using Blink application. This is a spare parts in PiximLab, and this is CLCD. These are LEDs. This is, as before I said, this is a cooler heater, and this is Ethernet Shield for communicating or connecting PiximLab and Blink Cloud, and finally this is LDR. First of all, let us look at how garden lights control. If the LDR is high, the LED is glow, and in the second picture, as the LDR's resistance is low, the light is off. Next, and this is a serial remote tank for, let us assume it is like a water tank, and I took it as a 3000 liters capacity, and here in the CLCD it shows the temperature of the system and volume of the serial remote tank. Next, as we'll upload the code in the PiximLab, the serial tank starts to fill because let me explain you in the PiximLab. First of all, I will connect Blink IoT. This is a Blink IoT app. This is a Blink IoT app, and this is Arduino IDE where code returns. This is for home automation. This is for temperature system, and this is for LDR, that is garden lights control, and this is for serial tank. Now I am going to upload my file in PiximLab. Let's take a serial tank. I will connect serial port to COM2. Since it is connected to virtual port, COM1 is for Arduino and COM2 is for serial tank. And this is Blink IoT. First of all, look at guardian lights control. As it is LDR's resistance is low, LEDs is off. So I will increase the LDR. And I will re-upload the code. 1 minute. Now it is fine. As LDR's resistance is high, garden lights are on, and LDR's resistance is low, garden lights are off. It is low. And I am re-uploading the code. This is a CLCD where temperature is displaying. And I am reloading the last one. So I am connecting the serial remote tank to COM2, and I am reloading the last one. See, as it is met the condition below 2000 liters, so the serial tank starts filling up. And it is showing inflow is on, and the volume is continuously monitoring, and temperature is showing 27.34, and that home automation is online. So once the serial tank is 3000 liters, that is full, inflow is automatically showing off. See, look at this. This is tab 2 and this is for tab 1. It is slow. Tab 1 is for heater and cooler, and tab 2 is for serial tank. And as showing is it is full and outlet valve is off. And if we switch on the outlet valve, the outflow is on and the serial tank is starting to outflow. As the condition met below 2000 liters, it is showing inflow is on and outlet valve is on. So it will start refilling. Similarly, if the tank reaches full, the outflow will automatically inflow will be automatically off. And coming to heater, tab 1, If the temperature is now is showing 27.34 degrees Celsius, if we switch on the heater pin, the temperature will be rising and that is showing heater is on. And if the temperature is above 35 degrees, automatically heater will turn off and it shows a notification like turning off the heater, and the showing temperature is above 35 degrees Celsius. And if and the heater pin is automatically switches off, and if we switches on the cooler pin, the heater will rotate, that is cooler will on, and the temperature is reduced to 27.34 degrees normal temperature. This is Ethernet shield, and we can automate this from mobile phone only. That's why it is called home automation. Coming to conclusion, the main purpose of home automation system is to provide ease to people to control different home appliances with the help of Android application present in their mobile phones. By using this home automation, we can save electricity, time and money. And finally, thank you, Emertxe, for this wonderful opportunity to gain my knowledge on IoT. Thank you.